Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'd like to welcome you all to Water Your Soil. So in this video, we're going to have a little fun because everyone always says, oh, credit cards are bad. You know, credit cards are the gateway to debt and things of that nature. Well, in this video, I'm going to defend credit cards. So this video is going to be about how monthly budgeting can actually help increase your credit score. Contrary to what a lot of people believe about credit cards, and you know, credit cards basically have a black eye. But this video, I'm going to talk about how monthly budgeting can actually help increase your credit score. All right, so you want to check out this video. Let's get right into it. Think back to the days of when I was growing up, you know, and I grew up in a very impoverished area, and you know, I don't hide from that or run from it. It's the reality, it's my reality. But when I was very young, I would say about 14, 15, around that age, I was told when I get to college, there will be credit card companies there. And it was funny because the credit card companies were basically talked about in a negative way, as if they were Jason or Freddy Krueger or something like that. Like, oh, stay away from those bad credit card companies. They're bad for you, right? So in my mind, everything regarding credit cards was bad. You know, I just looked at them as a symbol of debt. Like that was a way of getting in credit card debt. So in my mind, very early on, it was instilled in me to stay away from credit cards, you know? And every time I would hear someone talking about credit cards, it was never in a positive way that could actually benefit them. It was like, you know, someone would go to college and they would get credit cards and they would max out the credit cards and go spend it on trips or clothes or things of that nature. And all of a sudden they would be in credit card debt. And then they would let the credit card debt go to collections. And then that's bad for their credit score. And then they have a bad credit score. So all of the things regarding credit cards for me early on were negative. So I didn't have a good viewpoint on credit cards. And then by the time I reached like 23 years old, I told this story. I went and got a Best Buy credit card. I was so excited the day I got approved for that card, because by that age, by 23, I started to have a little understanding of credit cards and how important they were. So when I got that Best Buy store credit card, even though it was only a $300 credit limit, I was ecstatic when I got it, you know, because I was still in my early 20s and, you know, I was excited about it. So I started to build a positive relationship with understanding credit cards and the importance of them. But still, I still believe like, hey, they represent a symbol of debt. So it wasn't until later on in life, years down the line, when I started learning about credit cards and the importance of managing credit cards, that I really began to look at them in a positive light and as a benefit. Even when I would talk to people right now, I can go and have a conversation with someone about credit cards and they'll have negative things to say about credit cards. They'll say people have credit cards because they don't have the cash. That's why they use credit cards. Or they'll say, you know, credit cards are an easy way to get into credit card debt. Stay away from them. There are still those negative remarks made regarding credit cards, and I believe they'll probably be around forever. But over here at Water Your Soil, I just want everybody to know we are pro credit cards over here. And the reason why we are pro credit card is because we understand that we can have credit cards, use credit cards, and still not have credit card debt. That's what Water Your Soil is doing over here. And that's what I teach my subscribers. How to use credit cards without having credit card debt. Yes, it's possible. If you're watching this video right now and you did not know that it's possible to have numerous credit cards with high credit limits or even no credit limits like the American Express charge cards, I want you to know that you can have credit cards, use them, and not have any credit card debt. So you may be wondering, like, how in the world can I have credit cards and not have any debt for credit cards, you know? Well, it all comes down to your usage and how well you manage them. See, you have to understand how to use credit cards the correct way. A lot of people's problem is not credit cards itself, it's the fact that they don't know how to manage them and use them the correct way. The people who know how to use credit cards the correct way and manage them, they're pretty much receiving great benefits from rewards points to cash back and things of that nature. And you even have offers on a month-to-month basis with certain credit cards. So there are a lot of benefits to using your credit cards. And guess what the good news is? The good news is you don't have to do anything out of the ordinary in order to use a credit card and pay it off and not have any credit card debt. I tell people if they want to keep it simple, just use your credit cards to pay your bills. It gives you a 30-day loan on paying your bills. Let's say you want to pay your cable bill, your phone bill, the rest of your utilities. You use your credit card. So the next month when you're billed for those utilities, you simply pay it off in full. You don't carry over balances, you simply pay it off in full. And you'll be helping your credit score. Not only will you be helping your credit score, you'll probably also be getting rewards points and cash back as well. But in this video, I want to talk to you about the importance of monthly budgeting and how it can increase your credit score. So I do this all the time. I don't use a calendar because I got to the point where I don't have to use a calendar. I have a clue of what my monthly expenses are, so I know around the amount that I'm going to be spending on a month-to-month basis. So what you want to do is you have all your credit cards and you need to know which payments you're going to make with each credit card that you have. Now, some of you out there, you only have one credit card, but you still can do this. So what you want to do is you want to take whichever credit cards you have and assign a monthly expense to that credit card, right? Same way you would do a budget, because when you write down the budget, you write down what you're gonna pay on this day and what you're gonna pay on that day and how much you're gonna spend, how much free money you're gonna have for food and groceries, how much you're gonna have for leisure. You're gonna basically do the same thing with your credit card. You're deciding where you're gonna allocate your money on your credit cards. So when you do this, make sure on the back end, you know that you're gonna be able to pay it off the very next month. Don't just go creating a budget of things that you're not gonna be able to pay off next month. The key thing is to be able to pay off whatever you spend the very next month. Also, this is going to help in regards to your credit card utilization, because utilization, as we all know, is the percentage of your credit limit that you're using. So when you're budgeting, you usually budget because you don't want to go over a specific amount. So make sure you're setting a good amount. We like to keep utilization below 10%. In fact, we like to keep it much lower than 10%. The lower, the better. However, make sure that you're allocating your money correctly. Let's say you have a credit card with a $5,000 credit limit. You don't want to go and spend $3,000 on that credit card. You know, I wouldn't advise you to do that. So I don't think you should do that. So make sure you are paying attention to your utilization and you are allocating your money in places where you know you'll be able to pay it back the very next month. Whatever you do, if you want to help your credit score and continue to see your credit score improve, I'm not feeding you a lie. Please do not carry balances. A lot of people think they could get by and reap the benefits of a good credit score by carrying balances, but I'm letting you know it usually doesn't work that way. Now I know someone will come in my comment section like they did in my previous video and say, well, you can do it, but you just got to know how to do it, as if I don't know what I'm talking about. However, of course, there are going to be outliers. There are outliers in just about everything. You have people who are 5'6" who could dunk a basketball. There are outliers in everything. However, I go on the majority, and I'm telling you, if you want to maintain a good credit score and see your credit score continue to increase, do not carry over balances. Now, one thing that you want to do with this budgeting, see how well it works for you. And if it works well, and if you are seeing benefits to your credit score 2-3 months down the line. Just keep it going and see if it'll improve over the year. But anyways, this is Water Your Soil. I just wanted to drop this video on budgeting and how it can increase your credit score. Be sure to check out my other videos. I have tons of other videos on utilization, credit cards, how to manage them, credit cards for beginners. Just check out my video section, all right? I appreciate you all for stopping by. Be sure to hit the like button if you haven't already. Also, if this is your first time checking out this channel and you're feeling the vibe, or if you're a return visitor, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on all notifications, all right? This is Water Your Soil. I appreciate you all for watching. I'm out. Wait. Before you leave, be sure to check out the description box below. That way you can have all the credit resources from Water Your Soil. Also, be sure to hit the subscribe button, the like button as well, all right?